Yeah, rolling than I thought. But here we are. Hello, Idrin. How is the weekend?
Nothing beats getting zoned in the members lounge.
Nothing beats pickpocketing with safe scum.
Hey there.
Yes? What?
Let's give the guy a hug. You need the lounge pass to hit up the bathroom and get into the lounge? My god.
Anything I can get to help you relax?
Mochi multi-pack. Amazing. Pretty sure having only one exit violates some sort of safety code. Alright.
You really going to walk on by?
I am really gonna just walk on by.
You believe Xenofresh charges us a licensing fee?
Living the dream.
Oh, it smells horrible down here. Oh, how can these workers stand the smell of rotten fish and goodness knows what else?
Thank you, Mr. Riley. Happy to have you here. This place is probably super stinky. Why do I have to go in through the main door anyway? Oh, I don't. Delivers only. I guess Sarah's just gonna cruise around like she owns the place.
Lot of valuable tech disappearing from Genodyne to justify all the scrutiny of their
The
own
good, the bad, and the ugly. Is that an old western? I watched Tombstone last year and it was actually kind of fun. Kind of makes me want to have a Doc Holliday movie. Nope. I am uncultured gamer swine. So part of the reason why I do the weekly movie thing on Sundays,
to convert the lightning to electricity.
so I can branch out a bit, because otherwise I'd never watch a movie. Go ahead, man. I've had people do worse to me for less. There's so many of these things out there. I've just never done anything with them. The finest movie. Okay, what the actual hell, Sarah? Perfect. You want to know what my favorite movie is? It's gonna cause you pain. Dark City. How am I supposed to stealth around here anyway? There's a few movies I really enjoy. The Matrix is pretty high up there. Predestination's probably my favorite time travel movie. Right, this was the issue. Robots. I've never watched Looper. Keeps coming up. Yeah, he's in a bad place now. His mind is all scattered. It's really unfortunate for anybody, really. I was just reminded of Fifth Element.
Look at the circumference of these conduits. They must be rated to carry an immense amount of power.
It was just a little bit off. Probably took a few too many takes to get where it needed to be, and it was still just kind of a little wrong. I don't know what the last movie of his I watched was. I want to say it was like Red, maybe.
I hope you know what you're doing.
I have no idea what I'm doing at any time. Excuse me, holy crap. Black Market Antiques. What's in here? He's like, I know I should be doing something, but I don't know what that is anymore. I just don't know what to do when the mind goes. Like, it's such a critical piece of quality of life.
The hell was that?
This is getting out of control.
Engaging suspect. Not worth it.
Impossible to get through here normally? Without safes coming to great justice? I can kind of boost my way up, but it's just all blocked off. Stealth was never very good in this game. Like the NPCs have a really bad habit of seeing you in weird scenarios.
The hell was that? Neon security! Stand down,
Case in point. Is there even a stealth skill, come to think of it? Okay. I didn't realize this was a thing. Well, this is my bad. I've got the chameleon suit. I just gotta abuse the crap out of it. What just happened? They see Sarah? Jesus Christ. Great. How far is this gonna send me back? That's not great. It's literally back to the beginning.
Must be a lot of valuable tech disappearing from Genesis.
Alright, whatever.
Scrutiny of their own employees.
I guess this is just another scenario where I should get rid of the NPC. What's the parameters for upgrading this? Sneak attacks, gross.
Look at the circumference of these conduits. They must be rated to carry an immense amount of power.
Huge power. More power than anybody has ever seen. We have the biggest conduits. Nobody has the bigger conduits. The biggest conduits.
The hell was that? Neon security! I lost contact with the suspect!
I'm a conduit for failure. What's even the point of the camouflage? Not even gonna look. I'm just make sure Sarah gets in here.
The hell was that? Engaging suspect.
Bring it on.
Why? Oh, because he's literally attached to the vent. That's funny. Was he at the time? Guess it doesn't really matter. Just leaning against it, falls over.
I'm not going down without you!
Remember, that wasn't the right direction. It's a very roundabout track.
Honestly, just sign his name yourself. It's not like that moron can comprehend any of the theorems in the first place.
Careful. You don't want anyone below hearing us rummaging through these ducts.
Data Basics is the new top clipper. Wow. I need to go through and audit them actually. I'll take a free med pack. Why not? Desktop analyzer? Woo! Amazing. Nice. I guess in theory I should keep an EM weapon around. But whatever. We'll see what happens. Hello, Davina! What are you up to? Baldur's Gate 3. I like Baldur's Gate 3. I think I got one more playthrough in me at some point. Hope everybody's doing well. Weekends treating people okay. Alright, let's crack into this thing. I think we're good. Got what I needed.
Incredible. These enormous power cells must be the primary power storage for the entire city.
Can I take advantage of this situation? I still haven't played the new big patch. I want to try out the giant berserker, I think. I think just throwing everybody around would be a lot of fun. Polymers, don't care about it. I've actually got to get out of here now. Have a good night. Sleep well. I've still got a few hours in me. Just gonna keep going through the vents. Perfect. Starfield has a bad story. I think it's an okay main story quest. It's typical Chosen One nonsense. I think they really padded it out with the stupid towers and other things like that, but the side quests are pretty fun. God. Is there anybody in here? Hope not. Get in here, Sarah. Whatever. Sounds like a camera. We're almost out of this mess. Can I just pickpocket this nonsense?
Can you stop taking things that don't belong to you?
I think I like the idea. This guy doesn't know what this stuff is for anyway. This dude's fancy office. Alright, let's have a chat.
Oh, it's you. I was wondering how long it would take you to get down here. If you want the encryption cipher, you're welcome to it. I just don't want anyone getting hurt.
There has to be a catch.
No catch. I'm not trying to trick you. You want the cipher? It's yours. At this point, I'd do anything to get back at my brother. He deserves everything he's got coming to him.
Huh. I'm sure you have a good reason to hate your brother.
Oh, don't patronize me. I know I'm no prize winner myself, but at least I don't spend my days trying to screw everyone over. You know, I've spent my entire life living in Ben's shadow. Everything always works out for him, while I've been bouncing from one job to the next, barely keeping afloat. And all the while, he laughs at me behind my back. Thinks it's hilarious to make fun of his stupid brother. Like I wouldn't eventually find out.
Tyrants like your brother eventually fall. It's inevitable. Perhaps you should just give it some time.
How do you know he talks about you behind your back?
One advantage to being perceived as stupid is that no one takes you seriously. When I walk into a party, I'm instantly the resident social pariah. But my eyes and ears are wide open. I can't tell you the number of times I've overheard that my brother has spread amusing anecdotes about his stupid brother.
You should expose Benjamin Bayou for everything shady he's done.
That wouldn't do any good. For every scheme he's gotten himself into, he has a bulletproof exit strategy. Man's virtually immortal.
Ugh, that's true. He's a slippery man who can worm his way out of any legal situation.
You know what? I am sick to death of being pushed around. It's my turn to take control for once. The passcode for my terminal is GEN-41A18. That should give you access to the cipher and whatever else you need.
That's friendly.
I'm getting out of here while I still can. After you're done, I suggest you do the same.
How did you end up working at Generdyne?
As usual, you can thank my dear brother for that. At first, he made me deputy administrator. That went well, until I wouldn't cooperate with Owen Dexler and all of his thugs at Neon Security. Then he had me work with Valentina over at Xenofresh, helping with Aurora distribution. Until she pinned a credit-skimming scam on me. And now, here I am. Chief Technician at Generdyne, when I don't even know the first thing about electrical engineering.
Why are you and Benjamin at such odds with each other?
Because he's a two-faced son of a bitch, that's why. It's not like I should be surprised. When we were younger, we never got along very well. I mean, he's 11 years older than I am. We had two different mothers. Might as well have been from two separate families.
It must have been tough.
That's an understatement. I never knew my actual mother. She was my father's mistress. And I was told she vanished from Neon when I was only 2 years old. Ben's mother, she didn't give a crap about me. Wouldn't even let me call her Mom. I just had to call her Liliana. Can you imagine? And then there's Dad. So buried in the day-to-day operations of Neon, he didn't have time to pay attention to his bastard son.
Sounds like Benjamin resents where you came from.
Yeah, maybe. Or he could just be a first-class asshole who takes after our father. Look, I appreciate what you're trying to do, and it's nice to get this off my chest, but talking about it isn't going to change a thing. That's why I gave you the encryption cipher. Anything I can do to stick it to Ben, that's the real therapy.
Sure.
Feels good to be in control for a change.
All right. Decryption routine. Nice. Upload some stuff. Message system. Yeah, we got all the things in there. Great. He can enjoy. There's an emergency exit from the office. Let's get on out of here then. Whoop. The lobby? Perfect. Exit strategy achieved. Straight to the VIP zone of the Astral Lounge. Oh yeah, mushroom life.
Welcome to the Astro Lounge. What's up? Fine.
VIP time. Somehow I don't think I'm going to be seeing the person I think I am. Whoa!
There you are. What kept you? I believe we have a lot to discuss. It's obvious you're here to meet someone. Fortunately for them, they rented this VIP room under a false name. I assume that same someone provided you with that clever little virus you installed into Genodyne's systems.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
Oh, I think you do. Please, don't insult my intelligence. You know, I should give credit where it's due. That virus is quite impressive. It will cost me tens of thousands of credits to remove. That's the last time I'll ever take the Crimson Fleet's capabilities for granted.
Cutting a deal with the fleet will be cheaper than paying to remove the virus.
Probably. But do you want to know why that's not going to happen? It's because I don't negotiate with pirates. They don't understand commitments or contracts. How to get the deal done with finesse. No. For your kind, it's only brute force and violence. Shoot first, take whatever you want, and ask questions later. That's not how I do business.
Your arrogance is astounding.
That's what they tell me. Look, I'm not here to debate. I'm here to make an offer. All you have to do is tell me who's profiting from the virus you've uploaded. In return, I'll let you leave the city alive.
You make my skin crawl, Bayou.
It was me.
Really? That's the story you're going with. Very well. There's a body that Neon Security is going to be discovering very soon. One with concrete evidence that links you to the murder. I'd say you have about 1 hour to leave this place before you have a price on your head.
You'd have someone killed to pin the crime on us. Oh, you're a wretched excuse for a human being, Bayou.
So, I assume this concludes our little arrangement, and you'll be leaving our fair city. Oh, when you get back to the key, be certain to give Neva and Delgado my warmest regards.
I'm such a nice guy. Taking the L.
Yeah, Frank Rennick's all in a twist because his robot got vandalized. We had a good laugh about it back at the station.
Enhance.
Is almost guaranteed. So go out, have your fun,
So many loading
Sounds a bad
screens.
place for tourists these days.
But damn.
What a city, am I right?
Glad you're back. Sorry about the whole Benjamin Bayou thing at the Astro Lounge, but I didn't have much of a choice. Can you believe the nerve of that smug son of a bitch? The man is priceless.
I handled the situation.
So I've heard. Throwing yourself under the bus like that. Ouch. You are one crazy son of a bitch.
Yes, I think I'm done here.
Well, I'm glad someone's happy. Since Bayou flagged the virus, I can't risk accessing the system now. All that work I did trying to crack Generdyne is gone. Now I'm in a bit of a bind. The prep work for this job put me in deep for a bunch of cash, and I have no way to pay it all back.
When I get back to the key, maybe I'll put in a word with Delgado.
That's pretty cool of you to offer, but I know what he's gonna say.
Sorry, Estelle. This was your scheme. You're on your own.
Believe me, he's not gonna be much help.
That was pretty
Look,
good.
I was hoping you'd pick up on what I was trying to ask. What the hell with it? I'll just ask. Can you cut me in for a little bit of cash you're making on this job? I mean, I did get you inside and practically hand you the data on the grid.
She's right, you know. Without her help, you never would have found your way into Generdyne.
Oh, Sarah, you bleeding heart. It's kind of a big ask.
Yeah, I know, and I wouldn't ask if I wasn't in a bind. I don't want the entire cake, just a slice. I think I deserve it. How much are you willing to part with?
Ugh, fine, here.
This is perfect. It will definitely help. Thank you.
We appreciate your help, Estelle.
All right, I guess we're done here. Tell Delgado if he ever needs me for anything else. I've still got his back. And hey, you won't be hearing Rook from me anymore. As far as I'm concerned, you're one of us now. Lifeblood of the fleet. If anyone tries to tell you otherwise, you send them to talk to me.
So what's next for you, Estelle?
I hear things are heating up back at the key, so I might fire up my bird and head over to check things out. Rumor has it that Delgado has some solid info on the Crix's legacy story he's been hawking for the last few years. If there's even a chance that it's true, I want to be there when Shinya Voss starts splitting the loot, if you catch my meaning. Put in a good word to Delgado for me, will ya?
Oh, bro, come on. Ugh. Ah. Can I pickpocket my money back? My God. I have to rob so many people.
Strikers are upstairs, so we better be on our best behavior.
68
I
credits.
wasn't doing anything.
It's a little more significant.
Rolanda's in prison.
You want the good stuff? Try somewhere else.
Whatever. Let's roll. Back to the key. Whoop. Maybe I should do something more like that. Yeah.
We have a clean dock, right on the money.
All hell's breaking loose, Rook. Delgado needs you in the repair bay with Jazz as soon as possible.
Someone overcook a potato in the microwave?
Oh, that's hilarious. You're a real comedian, you know that? Now get your ass to the repair bay. Go!
Oh my God. At least they paid me.
I always thought heat leeches were just pests. Never considered.
And you are sure we will have those defense batteries up and running?
No. I'm not sure. They're in bad shape, Del. Really bad shape.
I'm already using duct tape and spit to keep the station from falling apart. You want me to pull a rabbit out of my hat?
I don't want to hear excuses. I want to hear that it's going to be fixed. Period. Get it done.
All right, I'm on it.
You want to quit standing there and hand over the conduction grid data?
It's right here.
Ah, perfect. I'll take that.
Dependable as always. Unlike some people we know.
Oh, that's real funny.
All right, listen up because I don't want to repeat this twice. We've gotten word that UC Systef is massing somewhere nearby for an attack.
How unfortunate.
While we prepare for their arrival, I want you to head straight for Bannock 4 and bring Crixus' legacy home.
I'll prep my ship immediately.
Just slow down and listen before you jump the gun and ruin everything. Lay it out, Jess.
All right, first things first. I'm gonna upload this data you snagged from Generdyne into the Keys databanks. All you need to do is build and then install a conduction grid module onto your ship. Oh, and if you haven't already, you'll need the comm spike module installed as well.
While
Okay.
we're at it, perhaps we should fetch your groceries for you as well?
Once your ship is ready, jump out to Bannock 4, board the legacy, and bring us the cash.
There's got to be a catch.
Of course there's a catch. What, you thought this would be easy?
After you board the Legacy, be on the lookout for 2 transfer modules. They're special keys that allow access to the ship's vault. Once you locate the vault's control center, hook up the data core I'm gonna give you, and download everything they've got.
And before you get any bright ideas, like running off with the money, that currency is going to be heavily encrypted. Only a genius like Shinya will be able to crack that encryption. So bring it back here right away.
You can count on me.
Yeah? I sure hope so. Look, I'm gonna make this real simple for you. If that money ends up anywhere but the key, I will hunt you down and pry it out of your dead hands myself. Now get moving. Now get your ass to Bannock 4.
I need to get those defensive batteries online, so make this fast. Not a problem. Conduction grid down.
Alright, let's see what we can do. Alright, where's this thing? Equipment, there we go. Just slam it on the side of the weapon rig. Yeah, I guess that's the only place I've got. Okay. Not the worst, I guess. I kind of want to put an engine there. Do I have the money for it? 17,000? I might. Yeah, okay, there isn't a like one of these I can slap on it. I need Starship design for this. Okay. That's unfortunate. This would be cool. Just have the center one there. Did I change the weapons already? Probably. Alright.
Yeah. Are you looking to start something?
Let's roll.
I'm sure they're sad to see you go.
That was a long grab jump.
Must have been a good jump. We're still in one piece.
Alive is good. Fastest dock ever.
Didn't even scratch the paint. Separation complete.
Oh my gosh. Not what I wanted.
docking job there. Nice work.
Super good when it's automatic.
Hey.
Conde's gonna be so happy.
All support ships have arrived, Commander.
Good. After we're done here, arrange a briefing. I want all of their CEOs over here as soon as possible.
Yes, sir.
There you are. Where have you been?
I've been busy doing my job.
You mean your latest excursion to Neon? I've received the reports about your little foray into Genodyne. Last piece of the puzzle before you go after Crix's legacy. Which means it's time to put all the cards on the table and prepare to attack the key.
They're in quite the panic over there.
Good. The more confusion and panic we cause, the more damage we can potentially inflict. Before you jump to Bannock 4, I need to make one thing abundantly clear. The credits from that Galbank transport cannot reach the fleet. You have to bring them here at all costs. If Delgado gains access to those resources, we might be touching off a battle we can't possibly win.
We've been monitoring the Crimson Fleet's comm chatter in the Crix system. They're gathering allies by making promises based on your success.
As much as I hate to admit it, UC SysDef won't stand a chance. The fleet will become stronger and more unified than ever.
Perhaps the UC should have thought of these potential consequences before incarcerating those people on Suvorov.
Perhaps. But instead of spending time debating our predecessors' mistakes, we should be working towards a rapid solution.
So, no pressure then.
Hey, don't worry about it. You've come this far. We know you've got what it takes to bring the prize home.
Well said, Lieutenant. All right, I guess this is it. Do whatever prep you need to do aboard the Vigilance, and then head out to Bannock 4. When you return here with Crix's legacy, we'll begin the attack. Good luck.
How did you convince the UC to authorize an attack?
The evidence you've been bringing to Lieutenant Toft has been instrumental in convincing the brass at Mast to greenlight the attack. They've sent us support ships, extra troops, weapons, all on account of your role in the operation. To put it simply, if it wasn't for you, this operation would be at a standstill.
What will happen to Chris's legacy after I bring it back to UC SysDef?
During the end of the Narion War, the money was destined to bolster the Freestar Collective's coffers. Even though we were rivals at the time, and I suppose we still are to some extent, the credits still rightfully belong to their people. After the money is turned over to Mast, I'm certain arrangements will be made to return the money to the proper authorities in Aquila City.
I'm sure.
It's time to dig deep and get the job done.
All right.
Need anything?
Feels
before
like
you
we
head to
got maybe
Bannock?
one more.
Well done.
Grab the stuff from a Genodyne executive's office. Pretty damning stuff.
Benjamin Bayou, pride of the Freestar Collective. The authorities there have been trying to nail him for a long time. Bringing us proof that he's been manipulating Genodyne from the shadows is pretty tasty stuff. The FC will pay dearly for this. Good job. That it?
That's all I have.
All right. Keep up the good work.
Are you familiar with the key's defenses?
Anything you can tell us would be helpful.
They're rounding up as many captains as they can to bulk up their fleet.
Yeah, I heard they even sent word to some of the contacts you met. They're writing an awful lot of checks they can't cover without Crix's legacy, but we'll be ready for them. Anything else?
Jasmine Durand is trying to get the key's defensive batteries online.
Damn it. I was afraid of that. I'll warn our ships to use looser formations. Hopefully Durand isn't as clever as she thinks she is, or you can help us take the batteries down when the attack begins. Was that all?
That's it.
Okay, well, if anything else springs to mind before you leave, please let me know.
Alright, I'm out of here.
You come back alive. You hear me?
Sweet. Extreme environment with one of the coolest suns. Alright, Bannock 4 it is. I have not explored here, so I guess I'm not allowed to do the Omega jump yet.
Listen, but this ship is starting to feel like
Quite a few minerals. Let's do the final jump. Calculating. Tuners around. I don't know who I was being attacked by. Ecliptic, maybe?
I hope our conduction grid holds. Otherwise, that EM radiation will overload every circuit on this ship.
Whoosh.
Oh, keeping my
Hello,
fingers
Nagogo.
crossed.
It's fun.
Whenever I'm lost, I think, what would you do in my shoes? Not literally, but I've got small feet.
The game claims that this ship is super slow. I think they're crazy.
EM levels are off the charts, but the conduction grid's holding. Over there. It's the Legacy, and she's completely intact. And what's that? Is that another ship docked with it? Strange. Green lights on outer hatch. We're docked.
Warning, an emergency lockdown has been attacked.
Look at the
Sweet.
damage to these robots. We're not the first people to set foot on the Legacy since
Clearly,
it was
Crix. Is any of this stuff actually not common? Most of it's common. Perfect. What am I even rolling around with anyway? Hand loading tombstone's kind of my best weapon right now. Sweet. It was too much cake. Could you repeat that? It was too much cake? I didn't even know such a thing was possible. Oh god.
no signs of a struggle here.
What is too much cake?
Crew recording initiated. Alright, so how long has Bakara been locked in there?
I'm not sure. A week? Maybe more. All I know is that he took some food packs in his duffel into the head and locked himself inside. Everyone's been steering clear of him since he scared Simmons, so we didn't even realize he did this till today.
Bakara, can you hear
since
me?
I traveled with
You need to
Vladimir
open
Sol.
this door and let us in. The hell with it. I'm going to use the override.
I already tried that. He's rewired the door or something. Maybe change a code. Not sure what he's done.
Kilner, can we cut through the bulkhead or the door? I'm open to any suggestions.
To be honest, I wouldn't go cutting anything in this ship right now. The structure is extremely unstable.
Damn it. Well, we can't just leave him in there.
Begging your pardon, but we can. It's pretty clear that Picard checked out after our initial assessment, and he's been killing morale across the ship.
Crew recording initiated. It's day 20 since the lights dried up. And here I am, staring at an empty poker table. Our last game. After Simmons passed, we kept trying to get together at least once a day for a game. To keep our minds off of things. Kellner and Leong were the next ones to
Exit.
step away. They wanted to be together at the end. Then it was just Mayfield. We played for hours. Now I'm alone. I just wanted to leave this recording for anyone that finds the legacy trapped above Bannock 4. That's all. For now. Going to deal myself a few hands and call it a day. I miss you, Trembly. And I'll be joining you soon. GB Legacy. signing off. Crew recording terminated.
Dark.
Crew recording initiated. Alright, it's recording. So like you were saying, that's all we have left.
If we stretch things out and cut our rations in half, I'd say we'll be out of food in a week, maybe 9 days.
How do I do it, Kellner? How do I tell everyone? We're all going to die.
You don't have to. Everyone knows. They're all making peace with it. Bakara and Osterholt knew. They simply chose to handle it by giving up early and taking their own lives.
Look at all that money down there. Millions of credits. Completely worthless. With all of that, I could buy another ship. Fly us all out of here. I wonder if Galbank will even bother to send word to my family. To any of our families.
Captain, listen. You're not at fault for what happened. Those ships came out of nowhere. The fact that we've lived this long is a gift. A miracle.
Which means we should enjoy every second of the time that remains. Right, crewman Kellner?
My thoughts exactly, Captain.
Come closer. I need you to hold me. Crew recording terminated.
Oh, chicka wow wow. Oh boy. So many dead people. That would be an awful way to go. All right. Actually, if an ad's gonna run right now, I'll be right back. All right, let's continue our quest through Depression's ship here. All right. What do we got? An elevator, a bunch of emergency nonsense. Looks like I need to find the transfer modules.
Warning, vault access requires an authorized transfer module.
No.
Find anything useful?
Did I ever?
Vault access approved. Please stand clear of the doors.
Ship's kind of a mess. I'm surprised it's still got life support.
This must be a crit tank. Oh, I haven't seen one of these in years. I think Galbank stopped using these decades ago.
Nice. Making bank?
And that, my friend, how we do things on Gem.
She's so gangster.
Crew recording initiated.
Alright, I'm recording. So, run that by me again?
Okay. So, the cred tanks we're hauling are equipped with EM insulating circuits. Keeps the data from getting wiped, right? If we chain them all together and reroute that EM protection to the Legacy's shields.
Holy shit. With all 2,400 of them hooked into an array, we should have enough juice to keep Bannock's EM field from lighting us up. What about all the micrometeorites and debris in Bannock's EM field? Will the shield still hold against them?
They should. We fire the whole thing into the solar regenerators and we could run the system almost perpetually.
Well, we'd still be trickling some gigaramps off of the reserves, but yeah, that all makes sense. I gotta tell you, this is genius.
Well, don't get too excited. We still have two problems. One, it's going to take all of the ship's power to keep the array running. That means we've got almost nothing left over. And two, with the engines destroyed, we're still stuck orbiting Bannock 4. I'll set the computers to keep us in orbit, but that's all we got.
Hey, it's a start. Gives us a chance to survive and time to think.
Yeah,
I hope
he's
you
right.
know what you're doing.
I suppose we're lucky we were hauling all of these cred tanks in the first place. If we were on our way back...
Yeah, we would have been dead. I mean, it would have been a problem. Anyway, let's go talk to Captain Yang and get this show on the road.
Crew recording terminated.
They tried, but clearly they failed. Who's shooting at what here? Robots? I thought I disabled all the robots.
Got him.
This radiation kind of sucks. Alright, whatever. Sarah's got it under control. Hydraulics computer? No digipicks! What the? My god. That might be very problematic. Okay. Well, let's see what we can sort out here. No picks. Actually mind-blowing. Because I haven't bought any for a while. Ugh. Life is pain. Alright, I guess we just accept it. Maybe we'll find some as we go. Get some point right there. Should I use it on a hydraulic computer? Probably not. Use it on that master one instead? Maybe they'll have digipicks in there. Okay, I need 5. What do we got going here? Guess I could do that. Or not. Is it like just slightly off? There we go. Need 5 again. Okay. Got some options here. Seriously? Ugh. This had to have been the best way, right? For the first one anyway. Still pretty confident in that one, but maybe this one is different. Maybe it's supposed to be like that. Yeah, okay. There we go.
You definitely know your way around a lock.
I am kinda disappointed here. What is this anyway? Yeah, who cares? Not worth. And that was behind a master level lock? No, it's a turret. Wasn't a robot. My bad. More particle fuse stuff. Ow. Huh.
Repair not possible.
Don't really know what Sarah's up to, but sure. Ah, can't open that up either. Digipix. I have to go visit the trade authority, I guess, later. I think I'd rather open up this one. See what happens. So there's seriously only one choice, which is this. It's funny. 8. That doesn't work. As much as I'd like it to. Could maybe do that. Nope. It seems like it would, but it's not a thing. No, we need like 3, 2, 3, so it's got to be this one. Plus this one. Maybe. I guess it can be this one too. All right, let's assume that's the way it goes. And then... Nope, that is actually the exact opposite. It's got to be that or that. Okay, that is doable, I think. No, it's not because of this. Which means I can't use that one, but I could maybe use this one. But then there's too much overlap here. Hmm. There's only so many combinations here. Like, it can't be any 4-based ones, could it? I guess it... Maybe? I have to find 2 perfect fits, which I guess is this and this. No, that doesn't work. It can't be that either. Okay. That's probably as good as I can get here. So we need 6 now. Means either 3 and 3. Or 4 and 2. Yeah. That was not easy money. That made me feel super derpy. What's that? Disruptor? Wait, was that actually like the worst thing to pick in this entire place? Ah! Ah! I don't care if the money is easy or hard, I just want lots of it. Endless amounts. Ah! It's a nugget raid! Welcome back to the degeneracy known as Twitch.
Bad luck for you.
How is life? It must be bottoming out if you're streaming again. Oh boy.
Catastrophic damage.
Ah!
System failure.
Was it fun? Hey Jerry. Hope things have been going okay for you. What am I shooting? Yeah, I'm doing fine. 2024 was a bit of a rough year, but 2025 has been pretty okay so far. Hopefully that lasts, well, ideally for a decade minimum. Five. Yeah. It never works out quite the way you want it to, though. Why is there basically no options here? Guess I could do this. Use one of the one-offs. Which I guess makes the most sense in the near term. Only 5. Maybe do that. Yeah, that looks okay. That'll work out. Okay. Perfect. Old Earth hunting rifle. Guess I need the money. May as well carry this stuff around. Engine room computer. Disarm that alarm. Although I'm pretty sure I fried them all already. Yeah, I have blown up most of these things. No need to open up that. I've got one pick left. I'll try to be reasonably careful about what I decide to use it on. Let's keep rolling. Oh. No, don't care about the gauges. Crack it open. Oh, look at all the money! Bling bling, yo. Millions and millions of credits. Getting into cover. Ah! Do the drugs. Actually, we may as well do more drugs. Yeah, we could slam one of these. What else could I do? Oh yeah. We're juiced up now.
Let's do this.
I'm looking forward to getting addicted to drugs. Not worth opening, I don't think. How many digipicks do I have? Just one? Just one. Depository. Why does Sarah want to talk to me? Hi, what's your problem?
I have an important personal decision to make, but I need to discuss something with you.
Oh my
first.
gosh. Hey, Benjamins. Will help you decide. I'm here to listen.
Phew, thank you. So, where to start? Before I was with the Navigator Corps, I was career military, part of the United Colonies Navy. When the colony war broke out, I was posted as the chief navigator on a warship, the Dauntless.
Being a chief navigator sounds like quite an accomplishment.
Well, the position didn't last long. There was a particularly bloody battle. We were fighting over a world in the Eta Cassiopeia system.
So much for that heart-to-heart.
Catastrophic.
When you have a few moments, there's something I'd like to discuss. I have an important personal decision to make. Phew, thank you. Before I was... When the colony war... Well, there was a particularly... We lost 12 ships that day. 12.
Starfield's not a bad game, but it's not a great game either. If this is too difficult for you, we don't have to continue.
No. This is important. I need to tell you this. The ship was barely intact. The captain and first mate died the previous day, which put me in command. A shrewd captain would have called for the crew to abandon ship, but I was so angry. I wanted to stay. I needed to fight.
Despite the damage, your ship still had the ability to fight?
The Dauntless was a tough little ship. No shields and the hull was breached, but it still had power. And weapons. That's why I remained in the battle. Huge mistake.
I don't know what I would have done.
Well, I didn't have the luxury of indecision. I had to act. We fought for hours, but the damage was fatal. I gave the order to abandon ship and the crew piled into the escape shuttle. As the shuttle launched, I could see it was damaged. I heard screams before the radio cut, and last thing I saw, they were spiraling helplessly towards the planet's surface. There was nothing I could do.
I'm sorry you had to go through that.
You're sorry. For me? If I hadn't been so stubborn, so eager to prove that I could handle command, my crew would have had more time to escape.
Lesson learned, I guess. What did your superiors say about your actions?
My superiors? When the dust settled, the United Colonies gave me a medal. Can you believe that? A damn medal. I never even had a chance to find the shuttle wreckage and give my crew a proper burial.
Hmm. At least you're still alive to honor their legacy.
That's true. But still, it doesn't erase the real issue here. Remember when you said no one but me would have pushed harder to keep the Navigator core going? Well, this time, pushing too hard cost lives. Don't you get it? Everything I do, everything I touch, somehow falls apart. That's why I'm worried about us.
I have not flirted with this chick once. Don't worry, I'm here for you every step of the way.
After everything you've heard, all my stories, you still have faith. No one's ever cared about me this much. Not even Aja.
I'll never stop having faith in you.
I'm counting on that. Look, I think I've said all I can handle for now. Thank you for being there, for listening to me when
Oh, it's not as bad as Veilguard.
I'll never forget this. I promise.
Great. War sucks. Nobody wins. I'm not gonna worry about it. Oh my gosh, why? Let's go find that turret. What? Okay. Don't really understand the point of that, but sure. Nothing up here. Guess I'll grab that ammo. Mr. Tink! Thank you for the biddies. How's the weekend shaping up for you? Don't listen to Nakoko. Don't do it. Lacerate Kodama. What the heck is that? A dog got me. Oh, amazing.
Oh my god. Is this Jasper Criggs? Did he get this close? Only to be trapped here like the legacy.
Tink's covering his kidneys right now.
Crew recording initiated.
Son of a bitch! Nothing. Complete waste of time. the prototype shielding back online. Second, shunt the power from the cred tank array back to the system to drain the credits.
What's a rifle?
Third, haul ass back to my ship before the EM field rips apart the legacy. 3 easy steps, right? Only problem is, I'm stuck at step 1. Every system on my ship is dead, and there's nothing aboard this ship to use for repairs. I can't believe I came all this way, just to end up stuck here like the poor bastards who ran this ship. Actually, wait a second. Issa will figure it out. I told her where I was going for a...
Crew recording initiated.
Well, now, let's see. Another day's gone by. What's it been now? 6 weeks? Who the hell knows? Food packs from my ship are gone, so it looks like the clock's running down for me, and Issa wins. What a clever woman. I never saw it coming. I mean, I can't blame her. I was stupid enough to hand her the opportunity. Now the fleet's resting on her shoulders. I only hope she doesn't run the whole operation right into the ground. Anyway, let me just sit down in this chair. Yeah. There we go. Best view in the house.
See if they've got any weapons or ammo.
Money staring me right in the face, and it's completely worthless.
Lesson you learned there, I guess.
External communication detected. Automated recording system activated.
Legacy, come in. This is Issa Melant.
Melant.
Legacy?
Holy shit. Issa, is that you? Issa, I'm here. Yes, I can read you.
Jasper Creeks. You're still alive? You always were one tough son of a bitch.
Yeah, I'm alive. No thanks to you. A month? Really? You left me to sit here and panic for a month. We said you'd wait a week, tops.
Wait a moment. I think broadcasting from outside the EM field is interfering with my comms. Did I just hear Jasper Creeks the Great admit that he was panicking about something?
Yeah. How about we cut the crap and you get my ass out of here? Come on, there has to be millions of credits here. We're rich.
You know what? I think I'm going to pass. Right before you left, remember how you temporarily placed me in charge of the fleet? Well, right then I decided to make the job permanent. All I had to do was make some alterations to your shielding plans. Mainly the footnotes where the lead technician mentions it needs more work. I even paid a tech to ensure a few of your ship's power connections were dodgy, just in case. Yet, look at you now. Frankly, I'm surprised those shields held long enough for you to make it through the storm.
What the hell? You can't do this to me. I'm in charge of the fleet. How dare you?
Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, see, I thought I was clear. I'm in charge. You're dead. Well,
No honor among thieves, I guess.
tell everyone that. I'll spin some story about you running off into the sunset with loot in hand. Oh, very romantic. The fleet will eat it up.
They love
You don't care
romance.
about the credits? Isn't that what this is all about? Fleet is family, remember? If we can't depend on each other, then what the fuck is the point?
You idiot. Don't you get it? Boarding the Legacy is a one-way journey. The technology simply doesn't exist to pull off your stupid eyes. And don't quote me the fleet's motto. I listened to that bullshit for years while you made deals and cut me out of them. You call that family? You know what? I'm glad you're alive. It's given me a chance to say goodbye. So, goodbye? There. All done.
Issa? Issa? Are you still there? Answer me.
Crew recording terminated.
Rip. Bling bling.
Beginning currency transfer. Please stand by.
Oh yeah. Who's the baller now?
Currency transfer complete. Warning. Electromagnetic surge detected. System failure imminent.
There goes the main tower. We need to get the hell out of here.
Multiple hull breaches detected. Structural
Things are going to crap.
immediate deactivation.
Ow. Didn't I destroy everything already? What's the Revenant do again? Blah 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 blah. Okay. Lots of cool stuff. Toxic gas is messing me up. My lungs became worse. Excellent. Ah. Got so many health issues. Yeah. Long damage gained. The ultimate buff. Run! Ow! So close. Get out of here!
Lifting off right away.
Oh my god, I can see your eyeballs. GG indeed. I have severe lung damage. Perfect. I look forward to my death. My lung damage was cured. One injection is all it took. Well, I still have other health issues, I guess.
Yes, infallible one?
Nice. Best day ever. Yeah, no kidding. just one shot and you're done. Easy peasy. Only worked that way.
All green on release. We're free to fly.
Somehow I imagine Sarah is gonna be like, "You're even thinking about bringing her the key? Blah 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 blah."
What can I help you with? Really? I'm surprised you have to ask. You gave Commander Ikonde your word that you'd bring Crix's
Exactly.
legacy to the Vigilant. And in my eyes, and in the eyes of Constellation, your word... So you're going to have to ask yourself...
It's like, why'd I even bother? I already knew what the answer was. That's fine. I don't even remember where the hell they are. Yeah. I just wanted to see if she wanted to go on a long Starliner vacation or something instead.
Another perfect jump. Damn it! They're hitting us hard, sir. Target's out.
those ships.
They've lost grav jump capability.
What's going on here?
We've been blown up. Enemy's jump drive is offline.
One contact lost. They know we're here.
There's no going back now. Report to the operations center immediately.
I'm not boarding the Vigilance yet. Let's collect some loot. These guys are not going to pay me anywhere near what I deserve for this. This guy was just carrying gold.
And you didn't even scratch the
They're finally producing ketones. You ready to eat all the hamburgers in the universe?
Good work securing the legacy. All that's left now is to... The fleet have done a lot of harm. Now we bring the heart to it.
Hey, I've got several million credits here.
Good. Is that it? Is that Crix's legacy? Amazing.
It's my legacy now.
Lindsay, take this and enter it into the data core analyzer.
I'm on it, sir.
You see, Lieutenant? I told you he wouldn't let us down.
I have to admit, I'm impressed. Encrypted or not, that's quite a lot of money to be carrying around. The temptation must have been excruciating.
Anyone on the Vigilance start a pool against me?
It just so happens we did. And with all that money you're carrying, can you really blame
Crix?
us? You could have set yourself up for life, but instead, you chose to do the right thing. It's incredible.
I just wanted to do the right thing.
Well, you came through.
Now, on to other more pressing matters.
We received confirmation that the fleet ships were scouts sent to probe our defenses. Unfortunately, one of them jumped away before you arrived.
Which means that Delgado will have the Crimson Fleet prepping defenses of its own.
If Delgado's aware of our attack fleet, then we're at a tactical disadvantage. We have little time to waste.
Well, then let's hit them where it hurts.
That's the plan. Lieutenant, if you wouldn't mind explaining our strategy.
Yes, sir. The Vigilance is equipped with the latest in hyper-resistant shielding, making it the only ship that can safely approach the key. The catch is that the key has access to 3 orbital defensive batteries that can fire electromagnetic energy. One hit, and we lose those fancy shields. Our mission is to take out those batteries. In fact, I'll be personally leading the assault on Battery Alpha. I need you to be my support.
Sadly, we didn't get as much support for this mission as I would have liked. There just wasn't enough evidence gathered.
We weren't able to convince MAS to lend us additional squadrons. They feel like they've committed too many resources already. That means we'll have to take out all 3 batteries ourselves.
It's unfortunate, yes. But we wouldn't be here if I didn't believe you could do it.
We've also given you a call sign, Renegade, to help coordinate our movements during the attack.
Once those batteries are destroyed, you board the key and bring Delgado to justice. You won't come quietly. You do what you have to do.
This sounds like a one-way ticket to me.
I don't send my people on suicide missions. Lieutenant Toft and I are confident you have what it takes to get the job done. Well, this is it. After years of planning, it all comes down to this moment. All my hopes and my best wishes go with you. Good luck.
Hopes and prayers.
Everything.
All right, Alpha Squad. Follow Renegade's lead. Take out that battery.
We've lost all propulsion. Enemy's shield system is
This my ship is a bit of a chungus when it comes to turning.
Enemy's grab drive disabled. You tagged their grab drive. Enemy's propulsion systems offline.
It's one down. That's a mine. I just cruised towards it like nothing was going on. $187.6. All right, let's roll. Next stage. Maybe I should get the ship designs skill. Just go after the Phantom then.
Target's shields are offline.
What is the competition weight based on height? Or just pick a class and roll with it?
They're not jumping out of here.
Grab drive's out.
We got a clear shot at Beta now, Renegade. Take it. Beta's down. Last battery is still active. All ships jump to battery gamma. Go!
Powerlifting meet? Is it even worth flying over there to get this stuff? Ugh. Is it tested or just a YOLO thing? I mean, alcohol is just a waste of calories in general. Wait, why am I going back to alpha? Shouldn't this be theta or whatever? Gamma? Okay, sure.
One more. Focus, Renegade. You can do this.
Enemy's grab drive out of commission.
That's all you got.
Barely a scratch.
Enemy's jump drive is offline. We've taken out their shields.
Go for the battery, Renegade. Let's finish this.
Right up in there.
We're clear. All batteries disabled. Nice flying. All ships, follow Renegade to the predetermined rendezvous point at the key.
That was the best flying ever. There's the lock. $270. That's a ton of weight.
Wait, something's wrong. Where's the damn vigilance?
Lose something, Toft? Ava's dealing with your flagship as we speak. I wouldn't expect. Gives me plenty of time to blow your ships out of the void. All right, fleet. Triple share to whoever takes the traitor down.
All ships, defensive formations. This one's mine.
I've never been that strong.
You took out their jump drive. Enemy's grab drive disabled. Target lost grab jump capability.
I'm going to pull Prince's
There was one space fighting game that I really liked. I think it was underrated. Horus, that's what it was. It had this like really weird sliding spaceship nonsense. It was actually pretty fun. More ship parts. This should go dock. Shockingly, I can't hail the key. Space Alien Ship Simulator? I have never heard of anything like that.
Solid docking job there. Nice work.
Oh, it's kind of like that space pinball game. You never know, right?
Bring it on.
Hello, everyone. I'm Gail Dunnigan of SSNN, and this is Galactalk. My guest tonight is one of the most notorious criminals in the settled systems. His ruthlessness and desire for wealth has landed him squarely at the top of the wanted list for every major law enforcement agency in the galaxy. I am, of course, speaking of the self-appointed leader of the Crimson Fleet himself, Jasper Cricks. Good evening, Mr. Cricks.
Good evening, Gail. Thank you for accepting my invitation.
Yes, well, being blindfolded and then jumped to what appears to be an abandoned mining facility isn't exactly what I call an invitation.
Well, I'm sure you're not surprised that your request for an interview would come with some very specific conditions.
Frankly, I was a bit surprised to receive any type of response at all. Would you mind telling me why you decided to do this interview?
Because there comes a time in every pirate's life where they have to make an extremely important decision. Do they take a leap and become one of the most legendary...
Combat rocks in this game? I mean, it's serviceable. I wouldn't say it's a super good shooter, but it's fine.
So are we to assume that you're taking the leap? That Jasper Cricks is moving on to bigger and better things in his life?
That's spot on, Gail. That's exactly why you're here.
Interesting. Well then, would you mind sharing with us exactly what your particular leap entails?
In due time. There's no rush. In fact, I'd say we have at least 12 hours to trace this broadcast. Plenty of time to discuss whatever you like.
Oh. All right then. Perhaps the best place to start this interview would be at the beginning of your career.
Please, proceed.
Yeah, expectations definitely change over time. Can you sell me some more ammo, please? No? Nah.
For nothing.
Don't know if I'm ever going to be able to come back here. I've only got 2 more bullets. That weapon, anyway. I can't get back there. It's annoying. Good doctor didn't want to talk. Unfortunate for her, I guess. See you around, Bog. Community challenge is for me to play I Am Cat VR. So you can throw a goldfish at the idea. That's a good thing. Nakogo may or may not be super biased.
You did this to me. I can decrypt and re-encode thousands of credits in seconds, but something as simple as this, I didn't see it coming. Not in the slightest. And now because of you, my bomb's been activated. Which means I'm as good as dead.
Your bomb has already been activated. Why are you still alive?
Simple. If I step 1 foot outside of this room, I'll explode, and that'll be that. So either I wait here until I starve to death, or I walk away and end it all. It's the Crimson Fleet's idea of punishment.
Why did your bomb activate?
Now that Sinapse is here, the Crimson Fleet can't afford to have everything I know fall into the wrong hands. The moment the Vigilance arrived, Delgado pushed the button, which is as good as putting a gun to my head and pulling the trigger.
Sorry, it's come down to this, shouldn't you?
Forgive me if I don't take you at your word, since you've been lying to me from the very beginning. I've paid you well, treated you with respect, and kept trouble off your back more than a few times. Look me in the eye and tell me why you've allowed this to happen to me. You owe me that much.
Blame Delgado for pushing the button.
At this point, I can't blame Delgado for activating the bomb. If I was in his place, I'd do the same thing, without hesitation. Well, now that you're here, I don't expect that you'll stay and watch my rather spectacular ending. So why don't you just get out of my sight and let me die in peace?
Swear to you, I'll do whatever it takes to deactivate that bomb.
After everything I just said, you'd still be willing to help me. I must be a complete fool. Because even though it makes no sense, I believe you. The only way to deactivate the bomb is through Delgado's computer and operations. You'll probably need his ID to get in. I don't know why you're helping me, but I sincerely hope this isn't another one of your tricks.
Just hang out, man. I'll figure it out. Why were they all together like that? I will never know. Ow. That was a lot of damage. it even worth it? Sure. Not really, to be honest. Ah, why'd you do it, Bobby? You let yourself be manipulated.
Can't end like this.
Nice. A digipick? I'll take it. Yeah, I helped this guy get back in, and now I got him out. Don't think I care. I guess now you're on Nakogo's good side for a little while. That's worth something, right? Gross. It's okay. I know you just want to watch me do dumb things. Alright, time for the showdown, I guess.
Came back to finish the job personally?
I've returned to try and talk some sense into you.
Talk sense into me? You're the one who's lost their mind. What the hell happened to you? You had Crix's legacy in your hands, and you gave it away. For what? For honor? Justice?
I just want to do the right thing.
Yeah? And why the hell does Sistef get to determine what is right and what is wrong? You know,
It shouldn't involve the bottoms of my feet.
I saw the potential for you to become a badass pirate. One of the best. And now you suddenly expect me to believe I have been fooled the entire time? That this was some kind of elaborate game you have been playing? No. No way. For once in your life, be honest with me. Admit that you were tempted.
Of course I was tempted.
Well, at least we know you are still human. It is obvious that no matter what I say, you have no intention of honoring our pact. You clearly never did. I have already locked down the key and set its reactors to overload. Soon, you, me, and everyone near this station are going to be vaporized. Let's see how far that loyalty to Sistef takes you now.
There must be a way to convince you to cancel the overload.
And spend the rest of my life in the brig without a credit to my name? Why would I do that?
This isn't the end of your story, but if you die here, it will be.
And I suppose you want me to think it ends outside a prison cell and not in. Still, a prison door opens, just like any other.
I know you looked out for me when I was with the fleet. This is my way of looking out for you. Damn it.
You got a funny way of showing your appreciation. Now you have the nerve to piss on the fleet and tell me it's raining? Get real.
I'm giving you a chance to survive this. Shut down the overload while you still can.
So you say.
Blowing up the station won't solve anything. Sistef might do it anyway.
They might. And if they do, I would just be tying up their loose ends, including you. If so, letting you live might afford me some small victory.
Even in prison, you'll still be alive. You gain nothing from death.
What good is my life if I'm in a cage? At least if I die here, I won't have to suffer your taunts as a prisoner in your zoo. Sorry, Rook. You betray the fleet, and you get a traitor's death. One way or the other.
You destroy this entire station just to kill me.
Your arrogance is unbelievable. You think I'm doing this just to be rid of you? No. I simply refuse to be the first person since Jasper Griggs to allow UC Sistef to take over this station. If this is truly the final chapter of the Crimson Fleet, then the message has to be sent that we did not go silently.
Why would you kill yourself instead of trying to escape?
You and I both know that the moment I try to leave the station, Ikande will either attempt to capture me or blow me out of the void. No, I refuse to go out that way. If I am going down, I am taking the key with me. No one will ever set foot on the station again.
At least I'll die knowing that the job's finally done.
Ikande must be so proud that he has turned you into a proper little soldier. A noble death, is it? Suit yourself.
Might as well take what we can.
Nah, it's half the fun. Besides, I never want to work out with my shirt off. This should work. Let's take a little bit of time to pick a few locks, because why the heck not, I guess? There we go. There's always a way, right? So why is my persuasion so bad? Yeah. And speech challenges. That's forever. Have a good night, Mr. Riley. I'm almost done for the night, too.
And stay down.
Catastrophic damage.
So many people trying to kill me. It's crazy. Hi, Estelle. I kind of liked your look.
Enough of this! My turn.
You're okay.
Yeah, sounds good.
Where's Delgado?
Damage.
No cover for me. You can just kind of tank your way through these things. Pirate rating balanced. Oh, this all kind of sucks. Where's this dude's terminal? I gotta free him or something. Does he? I'm not convinced. I think you were just looking at the other guy.
Tell us what the future holds for the Crimson Fleet.
Changes are coming, Gale. Huge changes.
Where's this terminal that I'm supposed to use to free this guy?
Game between the members of the settled systems.
That's quite a bold statement. Would you care to elaborate?
Well, let's just
Is it this thing?
I'm on the brink
Okay.
of a score so large, it makes everything else pale in comparison. Beyond that, you'll just have to wait and see.
If you aren't willing to discuss the details, why grant SSNN this interview?
Simple. I refuse to allow the UC to spin or bury the story, making it sound like they're in complete control of the situation. I'm gonna tell you right now, they aren't.
All
Why does
sorted
the
out.
Crimson Fleet need to make this mysterious move that you're being so evasive about?
I know SysDef instructed you to draw this meeting out as long as possible. So let me sum this up. I intend to make sure that the Crimson Fleet becomes the United Colony's worst
That lot didn't
nightmare.
last very long.
And nothing, I mean nothing in this universe
5 digipix.
will stop me from achieving that goal.
There are those that would disagree with you and claim this interview is grandstanding, or worse, a recruitment.
Different streamers for everybody, regardless of gender.
Every corner of the settled systems, and your aspirations could inspire the directionalists to turn to the fleet.
You and the sheep that listen to your garbage can believe whatever the hell you want. You were so worried about what I had to say, you wouldn't have allowed yourself to be brought here.
Then, per our deal, you can tell your commander I will come peacefully.
Sounds good.
Hello.
There's like 4 million active channels on Twitch. You don't like one person, just move on. It's easy.
Yes?
Oh. Now you come in.
Pardon.
After I did all the dirty work. Well, let's go and get annoyed. Get on my way, sir. This layout is kind of disastrous. My God, just asking for trouble.
All green on.
Wait, is the vigilance here already? I guess it would be.
We're free to fly.
Where is it? Where is it exactly? There it is. Rockin'.
Docking complete. It's so satisfying seeing the hatches.
That was real impressive flying, kid. You earned your wings today.
Thank you, sir. I was just trying to do my part.
Yay, I'm the best. Or something, I don't know.
Great job.
Yeah.
I believe congratulations are in order. With this decisive blow, the end of the Crimson Fleet is all but assured. But as much as I'd like to begin this celebration, technically we're still in the process of wrapping up the operation. On that note, Lieutenant, what do you have for me?
Reports are coming in right now, Commander. Delgado is confirmed dead, but Shinya Voss has been detained and taken into custody. Also, we've transferred personnel to the Key to secure the location until the United Colonies decides what they want to do with the station.
And what about Neva Mora?
According to our reports, Neva led the strike force that attacked the Vigilance. Unfortunately, that was the last we saw of her.
Is she going to jump me at some point?
We don't know her current whereabouts, but I have our operations team looking into it.
That's fine. Overall, excellent news, Lieutenant. I have to admit, for the first time in 7 years, I don't know what to say. How about you? I know that was difficult. You hanging in there?
For some reason, I feel guilty.
You have no reason to feel guilty about anything.
No matter how close you were to the fleet, you have to remember that they're terrible people that did terrible things and don't deserve your guilt.
I've twisted arms and cashed in some favors at Mast. I wanted to make sure you got a share of the money you recovered from the legacy. Call it a reward, a token of appreciation, whatever the hell you want. But you've absolutely earned every credit.
While it was satisfying enough to watch the Crimson Fleet meet its end, having an account brimming with credits is a pleasant bonus.
Thank you. That's very generous.
Don't thank me yet. If it had been completely up to me, you'd get a lot more than they're giving you.
Now that you're rich and famous, maybe you'll still remember us little people, huh?
Decorum, Lieutenant? Damn, I'm going to be really sorry to see you go. You've really become an important part of our team. It won't be the same around here without you.
Although, if you feel like staying aboard, I'm sure I could give you access to the SysDef mission board. That is, if you can stand spending another minute with us on Vigilance.
It would be an honor to continue working with both of you.
Excellent. I'm happy we haven't somehow frightened you away. Anyway, enough talk. You've earned a break, and I'm sure you wish to celebrate. Here's your promised reward. And wherever you might find yourself, my best wishes travel with you.
250k is pretty okay. Bling bling. Well, on that note, I think next time...
The commander seems glad to hear it. That's a hell of a story. I still can't believe Crix ended up being marooned on the Legacy. All that wealth, and the only thing he could do was stare at it. Have any more?
No. Okay.
I'll be here if you have any more questions.
Next time, it's going to be the Watchtower questline, and we'll see where things go. Tomorrow, upper body workout stream. Take care of yourselves. Thanks for hanging out. See you next time.